Hey everybody, happy Feel Good Friday to you, my friends. Sorry, readjusting in my chair here a little bit. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday. I hope you've had a great week. I have been very productive this week, but I still have a million things going on. Cannot seem to keep anything straight, but I mean, it is what it is. It's good to be busy, right? It's good to be busy. So, how are you? How are you? Hi, Laurie. Hi, Sharon. Jan is here. Miss Susie is here. Tu is here. Bonnie. Hi, Sherry. Hello, Cheryl. Hi, guys. Hope you're ready for a good show. I've got a lot of stuff. Hey, Carol. Oh, you did it, Carol. I'm so proud of you. I knew you could. I knew that you could. See, I had faith in you. I had faith in you. I have faith in all of you. And I have faith that today you are going to enjoy everything in this Feel Good Friday show because I have so many beautiful pieces of jewelry in today's show. It's hard to pick a favorite. A lot of times I have one or two that I just love, and I'm like, okay, the rest of them are great, but these are my favorite. Like, it's hard today. I don't know what my favorite piece is. I have beautiful things. I've got a gorgeous earrings party for you guys. I have three, is it three? I have three bracelets and two necklaces. And I think you're going to love them all. There is definitely something for everybody in today's show. So get ready. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we have got all kinds of beautiful color in today's show. Before we get into that, though, just to let you know, Patreon is open for enrollment anytime you would like. So if you would like to join Patreon, it doesn't matter if you are a YouTube user or a Facebook user or wherever you happen to be on the planet, you can join Patreon for $10 a month. And Patreon will get you three more additional projects from me that are exclusive to Patreon members only. So you won't be seeing those projects on Facebook or YouTube. They live within Patreon. And we have a lot of fun there. Those Patreon projects are all about using things that we have in our own stash. And I encourage you to do just that. Use things that you have in your own stash. So I'm not asking you to buy anything. I'm not directing you to a website to purchase anything. I'm quite literally using the things that I have in my stash that I have not touched for one reason or another. And I'm using them to create jewelry. And then I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. Maybe you won't love what I make. That's okay. You don't have to love everything that I make, but take what I am doing as encouragement for you to do the same kinds of things, because I know that all of us have beads in our lives that we bought for one reason or another that are literally just sitting there. And I'm guilty of that big time. I'm big time guilty. Like every time I glance up here, I'm looking at a whole wall of beads that I have not used. They're beautiful and I love them, but for whatever reason, I've just been sitting there with them. And this year, it's all about using the good beads, using the good china, and buying the purse and wearing the shoes. That's what we're doing this year. So, all right. So, let's see. I also am going to be starting out with an earrings party, as I mentioned, and I'm going to show that to you guys first. So if you are unfamiliar with the earrings party, I'm going to tell you all about that. But if you're unfamiliar with Feel Good Friday, because it's possible that you have just now joined us for a Feel Good Friday show, let me give you the rundown about that. Feel Good Friday is all about fun and easy instant gratification jewelry, things that you can create on your own by purchasing these items as a kit. So everything that you see in today's show is available as a kit for purchase in my Etsy shop. And my team is here in the comments section dropping links to those to make it really easy for you to grab those up, put those in your cart. Or you can head over to my Etsy shop anytime you want to, and you will find the kits from today's show. You will find kits from previous Feel Good Friday shows, as well as finished pieces of jewelry from myself, as well as my young daughter, who is a new maker. So feel free to just kind of browse around on my Etsy shop, see what you can find. But today we're focusing on the kits that I have in front of me, and I hope that you are going to love them. So we're going to start out with our earrings party. Earrings party kits are pairs. There are no findings or components. There might be findings. Some of them have had findings. Components in them. This one doesn't have any components in it, but it does have some spacers and things. So earrings parties are sort of similar to maker mixes, but better. These are like amped up maker mixes, and it's all in pairs with the hopes that you can create 6 pairs of earrings or more. It is totally up to you to come up with the configurations and put things together. So I'm going to show you the earrings party for today, and we're going to get right into all of the other goodies that we've got. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, sorry, guys. My goodness. All right. Our earrings party for today is Autumn Dreaming. And you guys, this one is a super beefed up earrings party when it comes to Czech glass. There's so much good stuff in this one, and the color palette is absolutely gorgeous. So this is deep garnet red. So you've got some vintage Czech glass leaves. I have Czech glass stone drops in green and in this deep, beautiful maroon red. There are some large Czech fire polish in this one. Czech glass coins. There are jade hearts. There are Czech bellflowers. There are some more Czech fire polish. So I've got some of that deep garnet red, some beautiful bronzy colors. And again, everything is in pairs here. Okay. Now we have our smaller beads and some bead caps. So we have some Druck beads. We have bead caps and spacers. There are also some Swarovski crystals in here and some Czech fire polish. So you can see the little Swarovskis and the 4mm Czech fire polish. Daisy spacers in both metal and in Czech glass. Like, this palette is beautiful. So this is the earrings party. Again, no findings here. It is up to you to come up with whatever configuration you want to create 6 pairs of earrings or more or less if if you're using these to create like major showstopper doorknob earrings, you know what I mean? But feel free to add your own things to this, add your own beads. If you don't want to make earrings out of these, you can turn these into other pieces of jewelry if you want to. But this one was extra special. I don't know. There's something about the shapes and the color palette here. I'm loving the drops and the earrings, or not the earrings, the drops and the leaves. I just think there's a really, really nice combination here. So hope you love this one. I'm feeling it. I think you guys are going to come up with some gorgeous pieces of jewelry with this one. So lots of different options. As always, I will show you a couple of little, so I might put the little bead caps on those guys and then maybe do a drop. You could do those drops if you wanted to. You could do like a sparkle and a drop if you wanted. You could swap those out and do the leaves. You could do leaves and, ooh, I like the red. Could do double beads in the leaves. So you can keep it simple, or you can get extra creative and come up with all kinds of fun designs. So that's the earrings party, Autumn Dreaming. All right, moving on. Let's get into our other projects here. These specialty table cut stone drop Czech glass beads are kind of on the expensive side. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but you can only get like 4 of those for like $15. So if you take in the price of those, it's a steal. I'm just saying. I had extras, so I shared them with you because that's what we do here. All right, moving on. Let's put together some bracelets. We're going to do all 3 bracelets first, and then we'll do the necklaces, okay? A lot of stringing in today's show, but that's fine. All right, our first bracelet, I know people are going to go bananas over because everybody loves purple. At least most of you do. Every time I do something in purple, you go crazy over it. So this is an absolutely beautiful little bracelet with some amazing Swarovski purple. We've got that velvety purple in Czech glass Drucks, and then the rest of this is Swarovski crystals. We do have 2 Czech glass pearls. We've got a gorgeous Czech glass dome bead here that is just stunning. And we're going to do a couple little dropsies. So I'm going to separate everything out real quick. We're going to do the little drops first, and then we'll add all our beads to our bead stringing wire. So we've got these gorgeous Swarovski cubes in the small size, a couple of the big ones. All right. What I'm looking for is my 2 little pieces of chain. Now, if you don't like the chain dangles that are on this bracelet, you're not going to hurt my feelings by using them elsewhere or just leaving them out, but they are included in your kit. So it's up to you as to what you want to do with them. Okay. All right. So again, I'm just separating everything out just to make my life a little bit easier here as we get into this. Okay. So there's that, and there are my little bead caps. Okay, so we're going to create 2 little dangles first and foremost, and then we are going to, actually we're going to do 3 dangles because one of them is going to go on the end, but we're going to do those first. All right. Yeah, the pictures of this bracelet do not do it justice. It's hard to photograph this because the colors are so dark, they almost come across black. So yeah, stick around and see what this one looks like. Don't be put off by the picture on Etsy because it's just not as beautiful as it actually is. So one of our Czech glass pearls, and then we're going to do a bead cap, and we're going to do a wrapped loop, and we're actually going to make 2 of these. So there's one. Here's another. So one of them is going to go in the middle of our bracelet, and another one is going to go on the end. We're going to do wrapped loops on those. And then we're also going to use the only bicone that is in this, and we're going to wire wrap it as well. So let's do wrapped loops on this. Okay. All right. So coming in with my chain nose pliers, grabbing the wire right where it is exiting the bead. I'm going to bend that over the top of the pliers, and then I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then you're going to wire wrap in that space. Okay. You're going to trim off the excess. Okay. And then you're going to do your other 2 beads that way as well. Bending the wire over the top of the pliers. Up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side. And then again, wire wrapping. Okay. And then one more time. Okay. And then we're going to string this up. But first, we're actually going to put 2 of these little dangles onto some pieces of chain. So you have in your kit, you have 2 very small pieces of chain. I don't know if you can see them. They're right here. Don't lose them. They were not just scraps off my desk that got thrown into your kit by accident. That's what I would think if I had not seen this project being put together. I would be like, wait, what is this? Maybe this was just accidental trash that got stuck. No. So we have 2 little pieces of chain here. They are very, very short. One of them is only 4 links long, and the other one is 3. Whichever one you choose to add your dangles, whichever length, I'm going to put the pearl onto, and I just very gently opened up that chain link. I'm going to add my pearl. You could actually wire wrap those together instead of opening up the chain, but you can see I've got that. I'm also going to put a 5mm jump ring onto the top part of that. Okay, so I'm making a little dangle out of this, and then I'm going to do the same thing with my bicone. The last one I'm actually going to leave because this one goes at the end of our bracelet. So we're just going to set that one to the side. But the other, which is our bicone, we're going to add it to our little piece of chain. Whoops, wrong side of that. Goodness, these pieces of chain are very, very small. But for good reason, you'll see. gone there? There we go. All right, I'm going to add my bicone and then close that back. And then again, jump ring. I feel like getting caught up in these little details is taking away so much time because we have so much stringing to do today. So I fully expect we will go over the time today. All right, so now I have 2 little dangles here, right there. Now we're going to get ready to string. So we're going to take our bead stringing wire. We're going to thread on our crimp and our wire guardian. So up through the wire guardian, down through the wire guardian, down through our crimp. All right, and then we're going to place this into the back notch of our crimper tool. Give that a squeeze. We're going to turn that sideways, put that into the front notch of the crimper tool, give that a squeeze, and then we're going to trim. All right. Gina's is my cheerleader today. All right, so we are going to start stringing some things up here. All right, so first things first, we are going to thread on a metal bead, okay? And then we are going to thread on a small cube, metal bead, okay, then we're going to do a druck bead, metal bead, and I will, as always, move my hands out of the way so you can see this. I know when I'm kind of holding on to everything, it's hard for you to see the pattern. Give me just a second. Let me get a few beads on here before I move my hands out. Okay, and then we're going to do another of the drucks, a metal bead. Then we're going to change things up a little bit. So we're going to do a small cube, metal bead, large cube, metal bead, and then a faceted round. And I will move my hands, I promise. Okay. All right. So this is what we've got so far. Cube, druck, cube, druck, cube, cube, round. Let's make a song, okay? But that's what we have so far, okay? Now we're going to do our metal bead and our dome. Okay. And actually, I think I did 2 metal beads just to give a little space to our dome. So we're gonna add an extra. It's hard to see in the picture if there were 2. Let's put this on there and see. Yeah, I believe that is what we had. So it's 2 metal beads so that your dome is set away from your round bead. Okay, now we are going to thread on 4 metal beads. Okay, this is actually the middle of our bracelet. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to thread on our little drops. So just thread your jump ring, and these are going to set over the top of our metal beads. So each one of those is going to go on, and they're going to kind of just wander around in this little area here. Okay, just kind of wherever they want, but they will, the goal here is for them to not touch the bead stringing wire, right? They're just going to kind of hang out on top of those metal beads. All right, now we're going to do a different pattern because this is an asymmetrical kind of design. So this is a little bit different on this side. So we're going to do our faceted round. Metal bead, and then our large cube. And then we're going to change things up a little bit with our alternating of our small cubes and our druck beads. So All right, so now we're going to do a little pattern of 3 of the small cubes. So, whoops, goodness, having a time today, which is not good because we've got lots of stringing going on. So hopefully get a little better here. All right, so 3 of the small cubes with the metal between them. Okay, then we're going to do another metal bead, and this time we're going to do 2 of the druck beads side by side, just to change things up a little bit. Okay, then we're going to do another section of our 3 cubes with the metal beads in between them. All right. And I am, in fact, missing a metal bead because I put it here, which I think it needed it. So let me grab another one. Hopefully that's, there we go. All right, so I'm going to finish this with a metal bead. All right, and then we're going to crimp, and then we are going to add all of our goodies to the end here. So let's get this part going first. Okay, so hi, Lisa. Crimp. All right, and then I'm going to move my hands out of the way so you can see what this looks like because it's so pretty. All right, so this is what we've got so far. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And again, if you don't like the dangles, leave the dangles off. But listen, you can't deny that deep royal purple is it's anything but luxurious because it is. It's so beautiful. All right, so for the ends, I'm going to make a little extension chain with some of my jump rings here. I'm going to take my 4mm. It is not heavy. It is very, very lightweight, very lightweight. I'm going to take a 4mm jump ring and I'm going to thread that on to our last little dangle. And then I'm going to add that to 4 jump rings that I have linked together, just to make a little bit of an extension chain here. And then I'm going to add my clasp to one side. And then we'll add that to the other side. So, and I've got an extra jump ring here, so you can add it to the extension chain. You can put it behind the clasp if you want to, put it wherever you want to. You may not need all of these jump rings, but I wanted to be sure that if you needed a, you know, a longer bracelet or a smaller bracelet, that this did accommodate lots of sizes. So there you go. Look how pretty. Love it. So beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And once you get this kit home, you can put this together however you want to. Leave the dangles out. Use the 2 pearls to make earrings to match it if you want to. Like, put it together however it makes you happy. But this was my idea for all of those beautiful beads in this kit, and I hope that you love it. I think it's so pretty. So, so pretty. All right, moving on to the next. And I gotta tell you, I don't know. I can't decide what's the prettiest thing in the show. Wait till you see this next one. If you love green, you're gonna love this one. So I'm gonna move this one out of the way, and we're gonna put together a gorgeous green bracelet with green Swarovskis and some beautiful green cat eye hearts. This one also has a sterling silver tube bead in the center, which is just gorgeous. So move all of our hardware out of the way here, and we will get this one started. So get our stringing going. We're going to thread on our crimp and our wire guardian. Okay. All right. And then we are going to crimp. All right. Now let's string up something beautiful here because this one is so pretty. All right. So we're going to start with, you have two very small metal beads. Each one of those is going to go on the end. And you can see they're a little bit, I was trying to hold that up, but put it side by side here. You can see it's a little bit smaller. Start with a small one. Okay. Add a little bit bigger. So you're going to start with two metal beads. All right. And then we're going to do heart beads. So a heart, a metal, a heart, a metal, a heart, and a metal. And then I'm going to thread on 3 of the beautiful bicones. But first, I want you to see those. Those are so pretty. Okay. All right. Now the bicones are these gorgeous side drilled ones. So they add so much gorgeous texture. And then a metal bead. Drop those down. Look how pretty. So, so pretty. All right. And then I'm going to do another section of hearts. Now, for me personally, I like to make my hearts go in the other direction. So this time when I thread my hearts on, they're going to go in the opposite direction of the ones that I just thread on, but you can do whatever makes you happy. So 3 more of the hearts. With the metal in between them. And then 3 more of those gorgeous bicones. So there's 1, 2, and 3. A metal bead. And then we're going to put on that beautiful sterling silver tube to mark the center of our bracelet. All right. So you can see, we move all this out of the way. Look how pretty this is going to be. Really, really lovely. All right. So now we're just going to repeat our pattern. This one is just a beautiful stringing project. That's all this one is. And it doesn't need anything else because the cat eye of the hearts and the gorgeous texture that these bicones add, it really just doesn't need anything else. This is going to be one of those bracelets that I think you wear all the time, though I do have like, it's giving me St. Patrick's Day vibes for sure because of the color of the green. But I'm just a green person, so I would literally wear this every day. I think it's just really, really beautiful. I didn't add any dangles or anything extra to it. I just wanted this to just speak for itself. The beads are all it needed. So we're just repeating our pattern and building out. You think this one could be Fabu in a lot of colorways, all the colorways? I could probably do a couple of others. I don't have a ton of the heart beads left, but I do have stars. So I could do the same thing in stars. I could probably get my hands on some more of the heart beads though. But I agree. I think this would look beautiful in any color. I think a red one would be so pretty. All right, my heart's going in the other direction here. More cat eye hearts. I can make that happen. I can make that happen. I think Ari has some over on her desk in purple and in orange. But I know where I can get some more. That doesn't involve me stealing them off my daughter's desk. All right, and we're going to finish this off with metal beads, 2 metal beads here. And then we're going to crimp. Look how pretty. I love it so much. It's just a beautiful, sparkly Thabu bracelet. All right, so we're going to crimp. Oh my goodness. I'm having a day. I'm telling you. I'm just butterfingers today. I don't know what's up with that. Guys, don't forget, set your reminders for 4 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. I'll be over on artbeads.com/live for my 4 p.m. show over there, as usual, per my usual time slot on Fridays. I'm also doing an extra special little interview, Q&A, chat about jewelry making journeys over with Heather on Sunday. So a little extra. It's kind of a late night for me. It'll be 9 p.m. Eastern. So this is kind of a late night. I'll probably be in my pajamas. But yeah, that's going on Sunday. Really looking forward to chatting. That's going to be a fun one. So lots of opportunities to get some more time with me if you want. Adding my hardware. Sarah after dark on Sunday. I know. I normally don't do anything on Sundays. Like Heather was very persuasive, as Sundays are normally off limits, just because it's one of those days where I don't put on a face. You know what I mean? Like on Saturdays, I usually always have something to do. So I put my makeup on and I get dressed. Sundays, I avoid that like the plague, but she was convincing. So we're going to hang and chat and it's going to be fun. Look how pretty. The chatoyancy of the cat eyes, thanks to Wanda for teaching us all that beautiful word, is really, really stunning in those hearts. And then just adding the texture of the green. I love it. Of the green bicones. So pretty. Beautiful little bracelet. I think you guys will love this one in person. It's gorgeous. All right, moving on to the next. One more bracelet, and then we've got 2 necklaces. Now, this one is for all of you who don't really have a favorite color and you like them all. This one is a beautiful rainbow of fabulousness. And it's not an official rainbow. Like, this is not like the official rainbow or anything. This is just my interpretation of some rainbow colors based on some gorgeous Czech glass beads that I have. We are creating a cha-cha style bracelet with larger Czech fire polish on eye pins and then smaller Czech fire polish in between them as little dangle doos. Okay, so half of this I have already done just to save some time. We are going to put the rest of this together with each other. So some of these have already been added to eye pins. Some of them we will have to do together, but I'm just going to lay it out for you so you can see. All right. So this one is going to need an eye pin, or an eye pin. And then we have our little dangle doos. So the dangle doos are going to go in between here, 2 of each. And because you have such a wide variety of colors here, you can quite literally put this together any way that you want to. Okay, we're going to do jump rings in between. And then these guys up here, these 2 need wire. Okay, so let's put these together. All right, so as mentioned, each one of the larger Czech fire polish is going to go onto an eye pin. All right, so you're going to take an eye pin, thread on, and then we are going to grab the wire, give it a bend right where it exits the bead, coming in with our cutter tool, trim, and then going to use our round nose pliers to roll back to create our simple loops. So simple loops, this one's not completely closed. We're going to do simple loops on every one of the larger Czech fire polish. I'm going to lift you guys up a little bit. I'm literally working in like 3 inches of space here between the camera and the mat. Okay. Each one of the smaller ones is going to go onto a head pin, and you're going to do a wrapped loop. All right. Round nose pliers, up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then we're going to wire wrap in that space. All right, once you've got your wraps, you're going to come in with your cutter and trim off. All right, now jump rings in between each one of our beads. Did not get that. I'm going to use my other cutter here. There we go. Ooh, my cutters today are just not with it. There. Okay. All right. So as you can see with what I've already done, jump ring in between with the little dangles on it. So we're just going to continue our pattern here. So we're going to take a jump ring. All right. And we're going to thread that on to our previous bead. Before we close that, we are going to put our dangles on for our next color. So the blue dangles are going to go on, and then the blue fire polish. Close that back. Okay, next jump ring. Attach that to our fire polish. And then our light blue dangles and our light blue bead. Close that back. Next jump ring. Okay, then we're doing our purple. And our purple fire polish. Carol, you ran track? That's what Q did. Q is a track star for sure. He's still very athletic, but he did track all through high school and college. Okay, now we're going to do dark red. Okay. And then light red to finish. And we will put our put all of our hardware on. All right. And our light red, close that back. All right. I keep trying to convince him that he needs to be a track coach, a high school track coach, but he just, I don't know, just not his thing anymore, I don't guess. He had a track injury, so he had to stop. But that doesn't mean he couldn't be a really good coach. That's for sure. All right. So, jump ring, clasp. And then our jump ring for the other end. I think so too. This one came together quite beautifully. I wasn't sure at first because I was like, well, is that an actual rainbow? And my interpretation is maybe a little off from like an actual rainbow, but I thought it came together quite beautifully. So, all right, and you lay it all out, and there you go. You've got your little Cha-cha. So pretty. This is for those of us who can't pick a favorite color, you know, or you like all the colors, and this is one of those that will go with every single outfit that you wear, right? It's going to go with everything because it has all the colors in it. So super pretty. I know that a lot of times when I do rainbow type designs, they sell out very, very quickly. I think there's another rainbow bracelet in the shop. There's only a handful of them left, where it was a stringing project, where it was the Czech fire polish and then it had the pearls in the middle. If you didn't grab that one the first time around, it would be a nice little addition to go with this one. I think it would pair with this one really, really beautifully. But yeah, so there you go. That's our last bracelet for the day. I have 2 more projects to show you. I have 2 beautiful necklaces coming your way. So let's get into those. All right, moving on to the next. So I said, it's very hard to pick a favorite today because everything is just so pretty. All right, our first necklace, this one is in a color palette that a lot of you guys go bananas for, like you absolutely love. This is a double strand project. One of the strands I have already put together just to save some time, and we're going to do the shorter strand together. So this one is all about navy blue, turquoise, and red. So our bottom strand, as I mentioned, I have already strung. I'm going to talk you through it, and then we are going to string the shorter strand that goes above this one. Okay, so this is a beautiful double strand in what could either be, depending on how you wanted to style this could either be Egyptian looking or it could be Southwestern looking. So it's totally up to you. You can do whatever you want to and you know, create this, incorporate this into your outfit however you wanted to. Like, I think it could definitely be either or. So let's talk about the bottom strand. So the bottom strand is, of course, your crimping with your wire guardian. Then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red drucks, a medium-sized metal bead, and then you've got 2 Swarovski bicones in turquoise, a navy blue druck, and 2 more of the bicones, a metal bead, 5 more. Okay. And then a small metal bead, small metal with the blue, navy blue, small metal, and then your 4 larger bicones with the small metal in between them. Okay. And then you're just going to repeat that on the other side. So that is the bottom strand, right? So 5 of the red drucks. You've got your little section here with your bicones, and then your larger bicones here in the middle. So now we're going to do the upper strand here that's a little bit shorter than this one. Okay, so we're going to take our bead stringing wire and we're going to thread on our crimp and our wire guardian. Ooh. I'm telling you, I'm having a day today. All right. Here we go. All right, we're going to crimp. Back notch of our crimper tool. Give that a squeeze. Turn it sideways. Front notch, give it a squeeze, and then we're going to trim. All right, let's string up the pattern for this top drape of our necklace. Now, this is a double strand necklace, but you quite easily could turn this into a double strand bracelet instead. So get creative with this one. If you see this more as a bracelet, I totally think that would be a great use of these beads as well. But you do have the chain to make this a double strand necklace. All right, so the pattern for the top drape is going to be 2 of the Swarovski bicones in turquoise. Okay. Then a metal, no, I'm sorry, not a metal bead, a navy blue, 2 bicones, Okay, then a metal bead. You see it as a bracelet, I think would be a gorgeous bracelet. 100%. 100%. You may have to reconfigure the beads just a little bit to make them both the same length, but it would be a gorgeous, gorgeous double strand bracelet. All right, 2 of the navy blue. Metal bead. All right, then we're going to do a bicone, a druck, a red bicone. All right, and then we're going to repeat that little bead set. So the blue and the turquoise, and then a metal. Oh, there's bling, because the red is kind of blingy. So it's just kind of understated bling, though. It's not like over the top. All right, then we're going to do 2 navy blue. Okay, then we're going to do another one of the little sets like this with the red bicone. So metal bead, bicone, druck, big bicone. Oh, you meant my nails. The blue and then the turquoise. Can I make that pretty red bracelet to match the deep dark red necklace? I can. I completely forgot about that. And yes, let me make another note here. All right. Bracelet. It was the rosy romance. I actually have some more of those large fire polish in that beautiful color, that red color. I have some more of those that should be here. I think the shipment gets here tomorrow. I've made a couple of bead orders that are headed in this way. So I have a bargain bead box order, or a bead box bargains order rather, coming in, and then some from some other places. So definitely will do that. All right, so we're going to do another with the red. So our bicone, our druck, our big bicone, our druck, our small bicone, and our metal. Okay, and then we're ready to repeat this pattern over here. So now we're going to do 2 of the druck beads. Wait, is that right? Yeah, that's right. I was like, what's going on with my beads here? 2 of the drucks, a metal bead. Why do I have extra beads? I'm going to have to look at this here in just a second. Make sure I didn't mess this up completely. All right, and then we're going to do 2 bicones, a blue druck, 2 bicones, and we are done. Okay, I don't know why I have these extra beads here. There's really no telling. All right, now we are going to crimp. Okay, and then we'll just put this together and give it some extra length with some chain. Or you could leave the chain off and reconfigure just a little bit to turn this into a double strand bracelet. It's totally up to you. Completely up to you. I did not crimp that very well. All right. All right, and then you are just going to add your chain to this. So 2 jump rings on either side. So a jump ring, add my bottom strand, my top strand, and then my chain. Be sure that you cut your chain to the length that you want. And then you're going to do the same thing. Have I lost my mind? There's the jump ring. I was like, I know I had a jump ring here. I did have a jump ring. It snuck off of the bead mat. And close. All right. There you have a beautiful double strand necklace. So, so pretty. I love it. I love it. I love the colors here. So again, this one can be very Egyptian or it can be Southwestern. It really kind of just depends on how you style it. But a beautiful, beautiful necklace or a double strand bracelet. I think you guys are really going to enjoy wearing this one for sure. So pretty. All right. Moving on to the very last project we have for today. And this one is our Ocean Empress necklace. Now this one is completely beaded. The whole thing is beaded. And it has a little chain drape in the front. So I'm going to walk you through all of this one. I have pre-strung some of it just to save some time. Got a lot of beautiful beads here. We're actually going to do our little chain drape section first, and then we will string up all of this. So let me show you, just so you can kind of get an idea of these gorgeous beads. Okay, beautiful blues. And we're going to create a little drape. So this one's got a lot to it, but it's not hard, not at all. Okay, we're going to create a little drop here in the front of the necklace to make it look like a double strand. So it's going to start out with chain on either side. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a little beaded chain here. Try to hold this the correct way. With some jump rings and some little Swarovski sapphire colored bicones. That's going to hang in the middle of this. It'll all come together. Just trust the process. Okay. So let me show you. We're going to wire wrap. You've got 5 little bicones. You're going to wire wrap all 5 of your little bicones. Don't string those into your necklace. Okay. So we're going to bend the wire over the top of the pliers. And we're going to come in with our round nose pliers. Up and over. Rotate. Take the wire over to the other side. And then wire wrap. Okay, come in with your cutter tool, trim off the excess wire, and do that to all 5 of your little bicones. Tuck your ends after you trim if you need to. All right, so the little chain that we are creating is a 4mm jump ring between 5mm jump rings. Okay, that's the 4mm jump ring is the one to link them together. So 4mm jump ring is going to go on with nothing on it. Okay, then you're going to take a 5mm jump ring and attach it to that 4mm. And when this whole thing is put together, this whole little chain section, it'll make a whole lot more sense. But all right, then you're going to add a dangle to that. So add one of your little bicones. And then you can go ahead and add, if I can find it, my next 4mm jump ring. Oh my goodness. 4mm jump ring is going to go on. Or it's just going to keep jumping away and, you know, whatever. All right, another 5mm. Onto that 4. Is it making sense now? I hope so. All right, close that back. And then a 4 millimeter to the chain. So I'll show you. I know that in my hand it makes 0 sense, but once I get this all connected to the chain, it will make a whole lot more sense to see it all laid out. Okay, where's my other 4 millimeter? Okay, so on either side of this, see how pretty? You're going to attach this to the chain, and then you have 2 of these little chain pieces. At the ends of your chain pieces, also put your little jump rings. Okay. Make sure that all of your dangles are on the same side. That part is a little tricky. Okay. Just like that. There. See, now it makes sense. At first it was like, what is she doing? I don't understand, but you've made a little chain out of jump rings, 4 millimeter, 5 millimeter, 4 millimeter, 5 millimeter, 4 millimeter. Like, you get the pattern, right? And the dangles go on the 5 millimeter jump rings. So the larger of the jump rings, you're going to attach those one end to your chain on this side and one into your chain on this side with jump rings. Okay. This is the faux drape in the front. So it is going to make your necklace look like it is a 2-strand necklace when really it is just a single strand necklace with this little piece in the front that makes it look like 2 strands. Okay. So this is ready. We're going to string up the necklace itself. So we're going to talk about the pattern here. Okay. So I have started on one side. Move all of this stuff out of the way. I have started on one side to create the pattern. So the pattern starts out with a metal bead and 5 of the small blue drucks. Metal bead, 3 big drucks. Metal bead, small, big, small. Metal bead, 3. Metal bead, small, small, big, small. Metal bead, 3. So that's really your pattern. Okay, so I know that makes 0 sense. So let me lay that out. Pull up here so you can see. Okay, your 5 drucks go on either side just to create some extra length, but the actual pattern is within these 2. So 3 big and then small, big, small. 3 big, small, big, small. 3 big, small, big, small. 3 big, flanking either side with these. Okay, now we are going to thread onto that. Okay, we're going to thread on our jump ring on this side. Thread that on. Okay, then we are going to do a little pattern here that is metal, big blue, metal. Oh, Carol, go lay down and rest. Rest, rest, rest. You can always come back and watch the rest of this on replay if you want to, but you take care of you. Okay. All right. Then we're going to do 5 of the drucks. We want you to feel better. That's most important. Okay. Then we're going to do another metal, big blue, metal. All right, now we're at the middle of our necklace. So we are going to thread on the big, beautiful Czech fire polish. So there's 1, a metal bead, 2, a metal bead, 3, and a metal bead. And then I'm going to zoom this out a little bit so you can see what we've done. Okay. Because I know it's kind of hard to see all of this, but this is what we have so far. And we've thread on our little chain on one side. We're going to thread it on the other side when we get there, and then string up the rest of this. And I just keep making a mess out of it, so it doesn't look like much of anything at the moment, but I promise this creates quite a beautiful necklace. Okay, so we just have to finish off the rest of the stringing of this. All right, so we are going to finish stringing by recreating the pattern on the right side, now on the left. Oh, whoops. So we're going to do the big blue, the metal bead, drop that down. We're going to do 5 of the small beads. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to do the metal, blue, metal. Okay, drop that down. We're going to do another set of those 5 after we thread on our jump ring. So thread your jump ring on. So now you can see how that's going to, doesn't want to lay very nicely. But see how that's just going to hang just slightly below your middle to create this really pretty like faux 2-strand design. Okay. All right. So 5 more of these, and then we're going to finish out our pattern, and I will try to string as quickly as possible because I know we are well over the hour mark, and I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I do want you to see the full pattern of this for those of you who purchased this necklace, because it is a stunning, stunning necklace, and you don't want to miss out on the pattern here. So starting our pattern from here up is going to be our 3 large beads, okay, our metal bead, and then we do that little small, big, small. So small, big, small. I'm losing people. Don't leave. I'm so sorry. We've gone over an hour. Stringing always takes an extra little bit of time. All right, so 3 of the big blue. It's a good thing about replay, though. You can always come back and watch the replay if you need to see the finished piece and get a good screenshot of the pattern. So it's okay if you have to go. I know. I try to keep it to an hour, but you know, it doesn't always work out that way. All right, so again with the 3, so there's 1, 2, 3 of the big beads, metal bead, and then we're going to do small, big, small. We're almost to the end of this, so we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Okay, metal bead, drop that down, 3 of the large beads, and then we'll finish this off with a section of 5 of the drucks, and then we will crimp. All right. I can't wait for you to see this one on the neck, because it looks so much better than it does just laying flat here. Although laying flat is the best way to see the pattern. So all right. And then we are going to crimp. Told you we would make it to the end. Oh, we need a metal bead. And it looks like I may have missed a blue bead somewhere. I don't know. I have an extra one on the mat here. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. So we're going to crimp, add our hardware, and then we'll be done. And we'll do a quick run through of everything that we have had in the show today. I encourage you, though, to definitely finish the checkout process if you've got items in your cart. A lot of people watch these Feel Good Friday shows as replays over the weekend and do their shopping on Saturdays and Sundays. So if you put something in the cart and you want to be sure that you actually get it before somebody else gets it, you definitely want to go ahead and finish the shopping process if possible. All right, we're going to add our hardware, and then this will be done. And I'll try to lay it out so you can see the whole thing. And then, of course, I will show it to you on the bust. All right, so look how pretty. Very, very, very beautiful blue design here. There's the whole thing. Okay, with a little drop in the front that looks like 2 strands, but it's really not. So pretty. All right, guys, that is it. That wraps it up. So I'm going to turn you guys around. We're going to look at things on the bust, and then I'm going to let you guys go for the day. Well, not for the day, for a little while, because I will be live again this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern over on artbeats.com/live for my project, my weekly project over there, where we're doing a little seed bead bracelet that I think you guys are going to love. Look how pretty this necklace is. So when it is all said and done, it's really a beautiful one, and it's beaded all the way around. So it's not one where we've used chain for the length. It's just a really beautiful blue full beaded necklace. So, so pretty. So, so pretty. Really love this one. All right. Nice calming blue for sure. Then we had our other necklace that I think a lot of you guys liked better as a double strand bracelet, which I'm totally fine with that too. But also a fabulous color combo here. So pretty. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. And then we had bracelets. And don't forget, we also had an earrings party that was beautiful fall colors. But here is our gorgeous Lucky in Love green bracelet. So pretty. We had our gorgeous rainbow cha-cha style bracelet. And then last but not least, certainly not least, is our purple velvet bracelet with those gorgeous Swarovskis. So pretty. So, so pretty. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for hanging with me this afternoon and sticking around an extra 10 minutes with me. Oh, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much to everybody who makes purchases. That is quite literally the best way to help me keep the lights on here and to keep me, it makes me able to continue to do these videos for you guys. So I appreciate you all so, so much. And just hanging out with me. That really is the most wonderful part of all of this, is that we get together and hang out. So appreciate you letting me be a part of your afternoon and your beadie journey as always. I will be back again 4 p.m. Eastern over on artbeats.com/live. We're putting together a really cool little Art Deco style bracelet with some Druck beads and some seed beads. And yeah, that'll round out the rest of my afternoon. Patreon project was uploaded last night. So if you were waiting on your Patreon project, that was uploaded. Really fun little lemon necklace. That was fun and happy for sure. And I'll be back with you guys again on Tuesday of next week at 1 p.m. for our regular scheduled weekly live. Don't forget to be checking in for the links for the live that I am doing with Heather on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Information coming your way pretty soon for that one. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a little chat. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good time. All right, everybody. I love you so much. Thanks for hanging with me. And I'll see some of you later. The rest of you have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you next week. Mwah. Bye.